Good morning, everyone. Today, our group will present our subject three-phase. Okay. Our group have 5 members. The first one is Jackson Melaka. This is Jackson.
Here.
Second one is Zulfitri. And third one is Matthias. This is Gabriel. And me, Dera Lawe. Okay, our objective for this topic is learning about the efficiently transfer electrical energy between two or more circuits by stepping up. Stepping up is increasing, or stepping down is decreasing voltage level using the principle of electromagnetic induction. Number 2 is ensure safe and reliable power transmission and distribution while minimizing energy losses in electrical system. This is our topic. Our topic is transformer. This is transformer. Transformer is a static device. The word transformer comes from the word transform. Transformer is not an energy conversion device, but it is a device that changes electrical power at one voltage level into electrical power at another voltage level through the action of magnetic field, but with a proportional increase or decrease in the current ratings without a change in frequency. It can be step up or step down. This slide is the classification of transformer. Have 3 classes. Class 1 is S per phase. S per phase have single phase and 3 phase. The second one is S per core. S per core have core type and shell type. The third one is S per cooling system. Now, number 1 is soft cool. Number 2 is air cool, and the third one is oil cool. This is the transformer before connection line. First one is generating station, and generating station is step up transformer to transmission line and go to substation step down transformer, and the last go to the sub transmission to primary customer and secondary customer. Okay, that's all from me. Matthias will continue this slide.
Okay. Good morning to Mr. Zainul. I will continue to present our slide. Okay. This topic is step up transformer. A transformer in which voltage across secondary is greater than primary voltage is called a step up transformer, or you guys can see in this picture step up transformer. And then in type of transformer, number of turn in secondary core is greater than that in primary core, so this greater voltage across secondary core to get more output voltage than even through primary core. This is a step-down transformer, a transformer in which voltage across secondary is lesser than primary voltage is called a step-down transformer. So this is a step-down transformer. You guys can see in this picture. Okay, in this type of transformer, number of turns in secondary pole is lesser than that in primary pole. So this creates lesser voltage across secondary pole, so we get low output voltage than given through primary pole. Okay, this is working. The transformer works in the principle of induction. The principle of induction states that when two poles are inductively coupled, and if the current in pole changes uniformly, then the EMF induced in the other coils. This EMF can devise a current when a closed path is provided to it. When the alternating current flows in primary poles, changing magnetic flux is generate around the primary core. The changing magnetic flux is transferred to the secondary core through the iron core. The changing magnetic flux is cut by the secondary core and inducts an EMF in the secondary core. Okay, we go to next slide. Now if load is connected to a secondary winding, this EMF divides current through it. The magnitude of the output voltage can be controlled by the ratio of the number of primary pole and secondary pole. The frequency of mutually induced EMF is same that of the alternating which supplying to the primary winding B. So this is a primary winding and secondary winding. In this picture we have core A and then core B. This is iron core. Okay, that's all for me. I will pass to Ebra to continue our presentation.
Okay, thank you, Matthias. Today I want to talk about transformer construction. From the simple construction of transformer, you must need two coils having mutual inductor and steel core. The two coils are insulated from each other from the steel core. The device will also need some suitable container from the assembled core and windings. The medium with which the core are each winding from each container can be insulated. In order to insulate and to bring out the terminal of the winding from the tank, FPT bushing that are made from either porcelain or capacitor type must be used. In all transformers that are used commercially, the core is made out of transformer sheet steel lamination assembled to provide a continuous magnetic path with a minimum of air gap included. The steel should have high permeability and low hysteresis loss. For this to happen, the steel should be made of high silicon content and must also be heat treated by efficiently laminating the core. The eddy current losses can be reduced. The lamination can be done with the help of a light coat of core, flat varnish, or lay an oxide layer on the surface from the frequency of 50 Hz. The thickness of the lamination varies from 0.35 mm to 0.5 mm from a frequency of 55 Hz. This single phase transformers. The single phase transformer and two or more winding coupled by a common magnetic core. This is a picture of single phase transformer. Okay, next slide. This is a three phase transformer. Normally, when the three phase is required, a single enclosure with three primary and three secondary winding, while on a common core is all that is required. Whatever three single phase transformer with the same rating can be connected to form a three phase bank. Each single phase transformer has a primary and a secondary winding. Then three single phase transformer will have the required three primary and three secondary winding and can. Okay, let's continue. We have the required three primary and three secondary winding and can be connected in the field either delta or delta wave to achieve the required three-phase transformer bank. Okay. This is a transformer classified as a core. This is a picture of core transformer. Okay. Core type transformer. In a core type transformer, the winding are given to a considerable part of the core. The coil used from this transformer are foam, wall, and cylindrical type. Such a type of the transformer can be applicable from a small size and a large size transformer. In the small size type, the core will be rectangular in the shape where use cycling vehicle. Okay, that's all. The second is in the side of a core type transformer. The low voltage winding are placed nearer to the core as each is the easy to insulate. The effective core area of the transformer can be reduced with the use of lamination and insulation. Okay, that's all for me. Continue to Zulfitri.
Assalamualaikum and good morning to Sir Redon. Thank you, Taipa. I will continue this presentation. Okay, cell type transformer. The coils are formed one above a multi-layer. This type usually one in the form of pancakes. Paper is used to insulate the different layer of the multi-layer disc. The wall winding consists of this stack with insulation space between the coils. Okay, this insulation space from the horizontal cooling and insulation ducts. Such as transformer may have the shape of simple rectangle or may also have distributed from both design are shown in figure up. That this is cell type transformer from up and side. Okay, sorry.
Alright, continue.
Okay. This two cell type of this one transformer rectangular form and this one transformer distribute form. Okay, a strong grid mechanical bracing must be given to the cores and coil of the transformer. This will help in minimizing the movement of the device and also prevent the device from getting any insulation damage. A transformer with good bracing will not produce any humming noise during its working and will also reduce vibration. A special housing platform must be provided from transformers. Usually, the device is placed in tightly fitted shaped metal tanks filled with special insulation oil. Okay, this oil is needed to circulate through the device and cool the coils. It is also responsible for providing the additional insulation for the device when it is left in the air. Okay. This is classification of the basic of cooling employed. Okay. The first one is oil-filled self-cooled pipe. Oil-filled self-cooled type use small and medium-sized distribution transformer. The assemblers windings and core of such transformer are mounted in well all-tight steel tanks provided with a steel cover. The tank is filled with purified high-quality insulation. All as soon the core is put back at its proper place. The oil helps is transferring the heat from the core and the windings to the case from where it is radiated out the surroundings. For small size transformer, the tanks are usually smooth surface, but for large size transformer, a greater heat radiation area is needed, and that too without distributing the total capacity of tank. This is achieved by frequently corrugating the case. Still large size are provided with radiation outlets. Okay. Number 2, oil-filled water cool type. This type is used for much more economic construction and large transformer. As above told shape, cool method is very expensive. The same method is used here as well. The windings and the core are immersed in the oil. The only difference is that a cooling coil is mounted near the surface of the oil, through which cold water keeps circulating. This water carries the heat from the device. This design is usually implemented on transformers that are used in high voltage transmission lines. The biggest advantage of such design is such transformers do not require housing of their own. This reduces the cost by a huge amount. Another advantage is that the maintenance and inspection of this type is only needed twice in a year. Okay. Lastly is A+ type. Okay. Okay. This type is used for transformer that use voltage below 25 volt. The transformer is housed in a thin sheet metal box. Open a door and through which air is belong from the bottom to the top. Okay, that's all for me. I will pass to my brother, is Jason.
Okay, good morning. Student all. My name is Dixon. Today I will talk about ideal transformer. An ideal transformer is a transformer which has no losses. Its winding has a ohmic resistance, no magnetic leakage, and therefore no IR and core losses. However, it is impossible to release such a transformer in practice. Yet, the approximate characteristic of ideal transformer will be used in characterize the practical transformer. Transformer efficiency. To check the performance of the device by comparing the output with respect to the input. The higher the efficiency, the better the system. So this is how you calculate the efficiency of transformer. Output power divided to input power, multiply to 100%. Okay, so this is the calculation. Next slide. Transformer losses. They have two losses. Is it iron losses occur in core perimeter, and this is the formula. Copper losses occur in winding resistance, and this is the formula. Thank you. That's all from us.